Alright, our first example here on your piece of paper that you should have out, you're writing this down so you can keep it for tomorrow. It's 5 times the quantity, which means parentheses, of 6 plus y plus 3. Y. Okay? This is just an expression. There's no equal sign here. So all we're going to do with this problem is simplify it. Okay? So it's just an expression because there's no equal sign. Alright? And all we need to do is simplify it. Okay? So what we're going to do here is we have to do our distributive property. Anytime that we see a problem that looks like A times the quantity of B plus C, we have to go pew, pew, multiply that inside by A. So at the top here, I know you can't really see my arrow too much, sorry, but I'm going to distribute that 5 out. Pew, pew. Alright, so I get 5 times 6 plus 5 times y. The 3y isn't in it, so I'm going to keep the 3y because the 3y wasn't in the parentheses. We multiply it out. 5 times 6 is 30. Then we have 5y plus 3y. Because of those y's, the 5y and 3y are like terms. That means we can add them together. So I get 30 plus, I add my coefficients, which is the number next to the variable, 5 plus 3, and 5 plus 3 ends up being 8. So my final answer is 30 plus 8y. Because 30 and 8y do not have the same variable part, we couldn't combine them. Alright, here goes number 2. Alright, problem number 2 is going to be 5a minus 2 equals, oh, I don't know why I put 4 there, I meant 2, sorry. Problem number 2, we have 5a minus 2 equals 2 times the quantity of 3z minus 4. Alright, anytime that we see, we're going to change all of our subtracting to adding the opposite, sorry. We draw a line down the middle, which I will get there with that. We have, anytime we see a times the quantity of b plus c, we're going to do the distributive property. So I have to take that 2 and multiply it out. So I keep the left side just the same. I get 5a plus negative 2 equals 2 times 3z. I think I meant to write a there instead of z. Whoops. They're all supposed to be a's, those z's. Sorry. I don't know why I have 2 variables there. So we're going to change those to an a. We're going to change that z to an a. Sorry. So I have 2 times the quantity of 3a plus 2 times the quantity of negative 4. Alright, so I end up with 5a. Oh, that's our distributive property. So we end up with 5a plus negative 2 equals 2 times the quantity of 3a. And 2 times 3 is 6, so we get 6a. Plus 2 times negative 4. 2 times 4 is 8. Positive times negative is negative, so we get negative 8. That's our compute. We added, subtracted, multiplied, or divide. Alright, now we want the variables on one side of the equation. So I'm going to move my 5a over. So I subtract 5a from both sides. That's my inverse of addition. I'm getting rid of adding a 5a. But I'm subtracting on both sides, so that's my equality property of subtraction. Alright, so I end up with negative 2 equals 1a plus negative 8. Now it's a two-step equation. I want to get rid of my adding negative 8. So in order to get rid of adding a negative 8, oh, that's my compute. I add a positive 8. That's my inverse of addition. I add a positive 8 to the other side. That's my equality of addition. So I'm adding on both sides. A negative plus a positive, you actually subtract. 8 minus 2 is 6. There's more positive, so it's a positive 6. So 6 equals 1a. And we actually, that's our compute. Since it's 1a, we can just say 6 equals a. Because of our identity property, whenever you multiply by 1, you get the same answer. Okay, so we get 6 equals a. Let's do our check. I didn't have room on that slide, so I'm doing it on this one. So it was 5 times a, which is now 6, minus 2 equal to 2 times the quantity of 3 times a, which was 6, minus 4. Okay, so on the left side here, I'm actually going to do 5 times 6 first, and 5 times 6 is 30, so I end up with 30 minus 2 equals 2 times the quantity. We're going to do that 3 times 6 first, so 2 2 times the quantity of 3 times 6, which is 18, minus 4. 30 minus 2 is 28. You just take 2 away from 30. Times 2, we're going to do the 18 minus 4, which is 14. So we end up with 28 equals 2 times 14 is 28. Check. Alright, so you're going to make sure this is all written on a piece of paper in your own handwriting. We're going to come in tomorrow and you will be taking a short one-question quiz on this homework, so I know you did it. Alright, have a good day. Bye.